Yeah, this looks like a cozy place, right? Let's do it here. Alright, so RK. RK, in this instance, we can go over here. Choose between our mounts. We want the base Peko Peko of the Knights. We want the Lord Knight one. I like that they actually give us a choice here. So we're gonna go with Dragon just because we're gonna try out the RK mechanics as well. So we're gonna click this thing. We're gonna mount it. Right? That's what it looks like. Actually, let me just show you all of them. Swap. Rent. Mounts. Movement feels pretty smooth. Swap it again with the regular. And let's mount that. That's a regular one for Knights. Okay. I'm gonna swap back to the Dragon. That's because we're gonna check out RK. Mounts. Okay. Alright, we have that. So RK, we're going to start from the bottom here. Again, everything that is stay tuned means that there's no description on it yet, so we're going to skip those. Provoke, again, works exactly how Provoke usually does, except this time around, yeah. It's a bit of a long cooldown. It's like a 10-second cooldown, whereas before it was kind of spammable, so you could really generate aggro with it. Dealing 50% neutral P damage up to 10 targets within 5 meters. That's AoE, deals damage, and reduces their P-def. Oh no, increases your P-def instead. Okay. And then Sword Mastery, P attack 20. Restoration is just like your HP recovery speed, 1%. Max HP plus 100 per 10 seconds. And then you have your Bash, 50% plus 20 neutral damage to a single target within 3 meters. Magnum Break deals 60% to plus 50 fire damage to up to 5 targets within a 3.5 meter radius. You gain fire damage 5%, and normal attacks become fire attacks as well, right? So we could try just showing these a little bit. Like, people already kind of know what to expect with these things, right? Right? So we'll keep that there. And then you have Fatal Blow on there. Gains Fatal Blow for casting Bash. Attack speed 5% for 5 seconds. So you can treat Bash as a pre-buff as well. The only thing is, like, your skill slots are a little limited. Hopefully they change that. So you don't really have a lot of leeway for pre-buff skills. And then Bowling Bash creates a Bowling Bash field with a radius of 5 meters, dealing 3 hits, totaling 140% plus 250 melee physical damage for up to 10 enemies. So you can go up to here. I like that animation a lot, actually. Yeah, it brings it up and then spins it. But it does have a 20-second cooldown. Brandish Spear executes a spinning thrust, dealing 120% plus 250 neutral P damage to up to 5 enemies within a 5-meter range. For every 5 strength you have, gains damage multiplier plus 1%. Oh, so this thing scales with strength. Well, alright. Sword Quicken is now a passive, which I like a lot. You don't have to keep recasting it. I hate having to manage a ton of buffs at a time. When using swords, hit plus 10, attack speed plus 40% here. Riding is just your movement speed plus 5%. When you're mounting, charge attack inflicts charge attack on enemies within 12 meters, dealing 60% plus 50 neutral physical damage with a 1-second stun. So this could be something that's your gap closer a little bit. Charge attack. Stun somebody. And then what else do we have here? Tension Relax is just, again, it's going to be sustain skill. Okay. And that's your hot heal over time. Concentration focuses the inner power to gain Endure for 5 seconds. Also increases hit by 20, P attack by 15%. But increases damage taken by 10% for 10 seconds, right? So we're going to put that there. Concentration. Kind of looks like he's getting possessed. Unleash the Knight's Might on Head Crush here. Striking an enemy within 5 meters to deal 120% plus 100 neutral physical damage and reduce their movement speed by 20% for 2 seconds. Let me see. Yeah, it's just a smack. Horror Blade empowers weapon for 60 seconds, increasing normal attack damage by 30%. So, Aura Blade. Looks like there is some design here for auto attack builds. So auto attack, again, you have your normal attack here. Put that there. Alright. You could also, you have your one-hander, your two-hander, your one-hand spear. So let's say let's put that instead. Okay. What are the animations for sword? Let me see. He's just stabbing them. Okay. What if I dismount? What's the animation look like? He's still stabbing them. What the heck? I hope that's not the final animation, bro. Can you imagine, like... Fuck it. What the heck? Yeah, that needs to change. Oh my god, he's the guy's... You guys just like to stab. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at the Rune Knight skills here. Sky Piercer. Dives toward a designated location within 50 meters, dealing 320% plus 100 neutral physical damage to up to 5 enemies within a 5-meter radius. Upon landing, inflicting movement speed minus 30% for 2 seconds. So let's give it a shot. That's pretty cool. Hack and Slasher. Swings the weapon to unleash a blade of force, dealing 50% neutral damage to up to 5 enemies within 5 meters around you. Grants movement speed 20% for 2 seconds. This skill counts as a normal attack and is affected by attack speed at a rate of 25%. It has no cooldown. Okay, let me... Okay. I hope this is not going the direction I think it is, because I would like to have a viable auto attack build. But since this counts as a normal attack, Aura Blade affects it as well. And then you have Wind Cutter. For the next 6 seconds, casting skills or normal attacks deal 60% plus 50 neutral physical damage to up to 5 enemies within 5 meters. Can trigger once every 0.5 seconds. So if I put Wind Cutter here, Wind Cutter has a chance to extra proc. Can trigger once every 0.5 seconds. Okay. And I just want to check this out because I think this skill here is pretty cool. So Sky Piercer. Pretty good engage. And you have your Dragon Training here. Increases movement speed by 10%. Also increases the damage of Dragon Breath Fire and Dragon Breath Water by 20%. Enchant Blade is a passive. Imbues your weapon with rune magic, increasing attack speed by 10%. For each time you deal damage, gains defense plus 2%, stacking up to 5 times. Passive boosts your attacks, increasing crit rate by 10% and physical attack by 10%. I don't know how I feel about an RK having probably way more crit rate than at base than a Synex or a GX. Draws power from rune, increasing P attack by 10% and attack speed by 10% for 60 seconds. At max level, additionally increases HP, recovery rate by 10% and crit damage by 10%. Let's see. Alright, that's it. And you have the buff. Deathbound. Gains a shield equal to 10% of your max HP when your HP falls below 30%. The shield's strength is doubled if you are below 30%. Lasts 10 seconds. When the shield expires or breaks, deals 120% plus 160 neutral magic damage up to 5 enemies within 5 meters. So if I cast that there, probably like as a pre-engage or in the middle of an engage, when you feel like you're in danger, you can pop that. And then we have Dragon Howling. While mounting, the dragon makes their dragon roar, removing 1 stack of all current status effects and granting control immunity. So I'll have to recast that later. And we have Sonic Wave. Slashes forward to unleash 3 successive waves of air surging air. 180% plus 144 neutral physical damage up to 7 enemies in a 12 meter by 4 meter area ahead. While mounting, the dragon manifests a giant dragon to breathe flames, dealing 200% plus 200 fire physical damage to up to 5 enemies in a 4 by 10-meter area ahead with a 50% chance to inflict burn. So let's look at that skill again. Dragon Howling. Then we have Dragon Breath. Same thing with Water Breath, just it's water, and have a 50% chance to be chilled. Pretty good. Kinda looks... You just dive into a clump and you just start spamming that. But that's essentially what Rune Knight's skills are. Let's take a look at Remnant Echoes. Let's deploy that. There we go. Now Remnant Echo. P attack scales with strength. For every 4 strength gains 1 P attack. Upon casting Sky Piercer, the one we just saw that you leap up into the air, transforms into an Electro Dragon, crashing down to deal an additional 100% neutral physical damage to enemies' hits, and inflicting stun for 1.5 seconds. So if you dive a clump, you stun them for 1.5 seconds. Pretty good. Converts Wind Cutter into Draconic Smash. Wind Cutter trigger damage is increased by 100%. This one is for 6 seconds after casting Wind Cutter or Draconic Smash, enter Dragon Form. Hack and Slasher transforms into Draconic Sweep, dealing an additional 20% neutral damage, physical damage on enemies' hits. While in Dragon Form, each hit of Hack and Slasher has a chance to refresh the cooldown of Sky Piercer, with a chance increasing each time the skill is used. So you could essentially, if you have both of these, you could essentially have like a multi, like AoE CC, depending on your luck. Sounds like it could cause some chaos. All right, so these two are hidden. I'm really hoping that they still kind of, you know, it doesn't have to be the most OP, but like having those auto attack classes kind of, you know, just is classic RO essentially.